Good day everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to talk about the RTX 3000 series card. If this card is able to fit into the Lenku 2 or the Mesh 2 chassis, having the Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 280mm AIO fitting in front of the chassis itself. Before I proceed, I'd like to give a shout out to Gumball Darwin and Visha Marai. Thank you for your question. Gumball Darwin has actually mentioned about the ASU RTX 3080 Street card. Is it possible to fit with my configuration, which I'm going to show you later? And to Visha Marai, making inquiries regarding about the EVGA card and the MSI card. Thank you very much. Now, before proceeding, I would like to show you the two chassis that I'm going to talk about. The one that I'm having is actually the Lenku 2, but be it whether it's a Lenku 2 or the Mesh version that comes with two variants, performance and RGB, their body framework is the same, meaning to say the interior measurements are the same. If you take a look at the specs over here, this is actually taken off from the Lenny website. So looking at the specs itself, they are of the same. The mounting of the AIOs, the fans is all the same. Alright, now proceed on with the cards itself here, listed over here. If you were to, there are some cards that are actually not listed here. The one that is actually on EVGA itself, and the one is on MSI itself. Now, MSI Trion cards itself, will not be able to fit with my configuration itself because the length is 330, which I don't have the clearance to actually fit. And for EVGA itself, it's able to fit, but I've not listed down here. So do take note on that. Now, the cards over here, right in front of you, there are dimensions over here, which is actually listed in black. I've actually obtained all this from the various websites. Just gonna show you here. So this is Zotac, this is Gigabyte, ASUTEC, the two cards, and the NVIDIA Founders Edition cards. I'm not going to click and show you how I actually abstract all those dimensions. So if you want to tally, I've actually listed all the links on my description. You can actually have a look and to counter check on all the measurements itself. And if you see here, listed in yellow, these are the round offs because some of the specification on the website itself is in cm or in inch. I've actually converted all standardizing to millimeters, and I've actually round off to the next whole number. Having to say that I don't intend to actually get this card, but I can show you. It's no point going through each and every card itself. So what I'm going to do is to pick the longest card among all these cards, which is coming from the Gigabyte Gaming OC 10 gig. I'll take the width from here. Oh, sorry, I'll take the length from here, which is the longest amount. These cards here, which is the 320mm in length, and for the width, I'll take the ASUTEC ROG Street, which is 140mm in width. So guys, do take note, 320 and 140mm. A pretty cool animation, right? It's actually not coming from Zotac, but it's been done by a very good friend who have actually purchased the Zotac Trinity 3080 card. Now, if you guys want to know more about his animation works, do head down to his channel, or should I say YouTube channel. I will leave the link on the top right hand corner. Click on it, and do me a favor if you guys can, subscribe to his channel. Alright, now back to the original topic. Now, with me in front of me, I've actually done the measurements. If you notice that before the ads, I've actually asked you guys to take note on the measurements on the Gigabyte overclock gaming card and the ASUTEC Streak related to the width and length. So having to say so, right, this piece of PVC that I've actually cut out has the measurement of 320, which is actually the gigabyte RTX 3080 card, the length of it. And for the width, right, is in fact 140, which is the ASUS Strix RTX 3080. With this said, right, I'm just going to move the camera. I'll be right back. Now, to show you that I've not changed the PVC itself, just going to do the measurements here again. 140, which is actually the width of the ROG Strix card, and 320, which is actually the gigabyte card. Now the case itself, right, this is actually the AIO itself, the Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 280mm AIO, and this is the case spacing itself. Now I would take the point as in like the whole length of 320 millimeters, and I would touch over here. By right it should be here, because the cut length, I mean when you do the measurements itself, right, on the card itself, if you have the card, right, it should be this measurement, but somehow I just give some leeway. I'll just move all the way where it touches the end of the PCI slots. See, there are clearance, so you can fit a 320 mm card that has this length. Now, having to say so, right, when you plug your RTX 3080, right, make sure that the hose is not mounted bottom. You have no choice but to actually mount it the other way around, which is actually on the top. You will have clearance so that your card will actually sit here all the way to 320. As for the width itself, right, this is actually the width, not a problem. Right, as you can see, even if I were to touch, okay, touch to the end, right, see, you have clearance, more than enough clearance, not a problem. You can go as much. So for the ASUS Strix, right, not a problem. You can actually fit it in. And those who actually wanted to mount vertically, right, also not a problem, because it's like there's more than enough clearance, which is around here. See? Oops. Sorry. Okay, assuming that you're actually doing the vertical mount itself, so you will have enough clearance, similar, not a problem. Just that to take note, once again, your hose, right, you should be placing up, not bottom. And for more clearance, right, you were saying that, oh, it's going to touch the radiator. Do take note that this DNE Lenku 2 or the Mesh 2, or should I say the Lenku 2 Mesh, this bracket over here, let me just shift. Okay, this bracket over here, you can push out. If you see on the other video that I've actually shown you the radiator placement of this case itself, I will leave the link at the top right hand corner. You can actually take a look. There you have it. So all this card listed here, the RTX 3080 card, or even the Founders Edition 3090, right, you are able to actually mount onto the Lenny casing itself, and with the Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 280mm radiator, or should I say the AIO, you'll be able to do so. Now do take note that please do not mount your radiator at the top of the case itself, because you will not have clearance to mount there. So the only options that you have, right, if you are having the 280 AIO, right, you will have to actually swap the hose placement. Instead from the bottom, you have to place it above. Now I'm just going to end this, but before I do so, right, do check it out on two of my good friends' YouTube channel. One is actually Rong, the other one is actually PhysiTech. They do have interesting content, and do help them in a way that subscribe to their channel. Alright then, till the next video, take care, goodbye.